प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। बाल कृष्ण लाल की जय। ओम श्री गुरुदेवेभ्यो नमः। शिवतनय वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन अरुणकुसुममाला व्याललम्बोदरन्तं मम हृदयनिवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणम्। वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिम्। वंदे सूर्य शशांक वाहन नयनम वंदे मुकुंद प्रियम। वंदे भक्त जनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शंकरम। Today is Saturday, so let us together sing the Hanumanji Chalisa. And of course, let us allow Hanumanji Maharaj to fuel strength in all of us. I would like to dedicate this Hanumanji Chalisa, of course, to all of you from Shanti Satsangh and wherever you're listening from. And I also like to dedicate this Hanumanji Chalisa to my goddaughter, Lisa Siratan. She's actually turned 16 years today. Sweet 16 for a girl is a very special time, when, of course, they start to endure a certain level or experience a certain level of maturity in their lives. We want to wish you, Lisa, happy birthday and hope that you enjoy your birthday. I hope you did something special. I hope you spend some quality time with your family, your friends, or however you choose to do it in a good way. I'm so proud of you. You've grown to a young lady, 16 years old. And I'm sure that you will be an example to others. Happen to know Lisa from the pictures you can see from a very young age. And I hope and pray that you will continue to embrace life and your dharma and your traditions. Always have respect for those around you, not only for your parents and your siblings, but every creature which is on this earth. May you be blessed always. Happy 16th birthday from my family and from our temple. Of course, we know how, attached you have been to culture and life, and we hope and pray that you will always be that way. Happy birthday, Lisa. God bless you. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raja Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchar बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के समझे कंचन वरन विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे, शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन, विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आत, प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीन सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार, रामचंद्र के काज सवार, लाए सजीवन लखन जियाय, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ा, तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई, साहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, हस कहि श्रीपति कुंत लगावे, धनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिषा, यम कुबेर दिगपाल चाहते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्ही, राम मिलाय राजपद, भलो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना, युग सहस्र योजन पर भान, लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जान, प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरि मुख माहि, जल्दी लांग गए अचरज नाहि, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते काबे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, निरंतर हनुमत बीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्धि जगत उजियार, साधु संत के तुम रखवार, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के तुम्हारे भजन, राम को भावे जन्म जन्म के, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाहि, जहाँ जन्म हरि और देवता चित्त न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल बीरा, बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाथ, जो जत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूट ही बंदी महासुख हो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, हो सिद्धि साकी गौरी सा, तुलसीदास सदा हे जय नाथ हृदय महादेव, हे जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, हे जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूं सुरभूप, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। Happy birthday again to you, Lisa. I wish you lots of blessings, lots of love from all of us, and hope you spend your day in blessings. Okay, so we're back with our discussion on Ganapati Bhagwan. My pranam to all of you as we now, of course, resume our discussions on Ganapati Bhagwan. Let us sing our Ganpati chanting and let us bring Bhagwan Ganesha in our life, friends. Ganpati Bhagwan is essential for our growth. Ganpati Bhagwan is essential for plowing through the difficulties of life. Mahaganapati is important or essential for allowing us, of course, to make sure that we make righteous decisions, positive choices every single day. So, Vande Ganapati Vigna Vinashana Helam Bodhar Gana Gajanana. Let us sing again to Bhagwan Ganesha. Riddhi Siddhi Ke Data Tum Ho Hai Shashi Shekhar Nandana. He is the giver of Riddhi Siddhi. Hey Shashi Shekhar Nandana, O son of Shashi Shekhar, O son of Shiv Bhagwan who has a crescent moon on his head. To you Ganpati we bow. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानन वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानन रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो हे शशि शेखर नंदना हे शशि शेखर नंदना वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना जो ध्यावे वांछित फल पावे जो ध्यावे वांछित फल पावे अग्रदेव तुम्हें वंदना अग्रदेव तुम्हें वंदना वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना काम क्रोध मद लोभ आदि हरो काम क्रोध मद लोभ आदि हरो निर्विकार निर्मल मना निर्विकार निर्मल मना वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना वन्दे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हे लंबोदर गजानना रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो रिद्धि सिद्धि के दाता तुम हो हे शशि शेखर नंदना हे शशि शेखर नंदन विघ्नेश्वर 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 गजानना 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 विघ्नेश्वर गजानना विघ्नेश्वर गजानना बोले विघ्नेश्वर भगवान की जय गणपति भगवान this week of course we spend in his discussion on how we can get to know Ganapati Bhagavan in all his names. Well, let's start. Yesterday, last session, we finished his name called Vigna. Om Vigna Ganapataye Namaha. Vigna means the Lord, not the Lord of obstacles. If he's the Lord of obstacles, it means he's going to give you obstacles. But it means the Lord who removes the obstacles from our lives. Vigna Ganapati. Now, the next name of Ganpati, Om Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha. This one is a little bit, tricky to pronounce. Om Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha. Kaksha Ksha. Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha. What is Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha? He is easy to appease or quick-acting Ganapati. He is very easy to appease. In this form, he has 4 arms, red in color. His hands show the single tusk, the elephant goat, the creeper of the votive tree, or we call Kalpalata, the nose. And with the end of the trunk, he carries the stone cup full of precious stones, or Ratna Kumbha. This is a beautiful form of Ganpati, of course. The one who is easy to please, Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha. Now you say God is difficult to please and God is easy to please. I'll tell you something that you probably didn't know or you probably know already. I'm just going to remind you of it. Out of people and God, out of people and Creator, Bhagwan, who do you think is easiest to please? Right? I want you to think hard about it. Who is easiest to please? People or God? Please, let me tell you something that you probably are surprised of. It is more difficult to please people than it is to please God. No? I've told you so many times. You throw milk on Shivji Bhagwan and say, Trambakam Vijamahe Sugandham Pushtivarnam Murvaruk Me Bandana Mrityo Moksha Mamatar. You do that 1,000,000 times, 2,000,000 times. Shivji is very happy. And you know what? If you don't do it, Shivji is very happy too. No? Bhagwan is not a dependent force. He is not dependent on anything to be happy. You and I, we are dependent on good weather, sunshine, holiday, material things to be happy. The Lord Mahadev, Bhagwan, Ganapati, the divine is not dependent. Happiness is not driven based on their, their dependency. No. Happiness is not driven based on something that comes in their life. If you give Bhagwan a rotten apple, he doesn't complain. If you give someone a rotten apple, big problems. No? It is very, very difficult to please people than to please the divine. Ganpati in the form of Kshipra Ganapati, he is easily pleased. So, in your prayers, I hope you're writing these things down. He's called Om Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha, Om Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha, Om Kshipra Ganapataye Namaha. Very soon, we are going to do something that has never been done yet, at least to my knowledge in Canada. We're going to do something called Akhand Havan. Akhand Havan means 24-hour continuously we'll be doing Havan. We're building a big Havan pit outdoors, it's outdoor, building a small tent. And I'll be sitting there, Mahamrityunjay Havan. Om Trambakam Vijamahe Sugandham Pushtivardanam Murvarukme Vandana Mrityor Mokshyamamritate Swaha. For 24 hours continuously, we'll be doing that to Shivji Bhagwan. Shivji Bhagwan is very difficult to please. Think pleasing him is easy. Main janam janam ki karu tapasya. Ma Parvati had to take birth after birth to please him. So a date will be announced very soon where we will sit 24 hours. The expectation is not, I am going to tell you what is my expectation. My expectation is I'm going to sit there on a particular way. It has to be done in a way. These things have to be done in a certain way to get the proper, not benefits, but anyways. So it's called Akhand Havan. A big team of people have to be there, providing wood, providing a samagri, make sure that the fire never out, because all I have to do is to chant. That's all I have to do, is to chant. And then a different hour, there's going to be one family from 8 to 9, one family from 9 to 10. You can book wherever you want to from. We will do Havan for you, but during the 24-hour period, we will have, many families sitting for Akhand Havan. And we'll start it on a midday, and we'll finish the following midday, where we invite everyone in the community to come and to do Purnahuti. It is going to be such a beautiful thing. This is done according to scriptural injunctions. But the intent is to please Mahadev. As people who are serving him, as the people who are serving community, we need his help. Mahadev very difficult to please. His son very easy to please. Kshipra Ganapati. So take your dubras. Om Kshipra Ganapati. Shtotun Ganeshji. The next form of Ganapati. Om Kshipra Ganapati Namah. Om Heramba Ganapati Namah. Heramba. The five-headed Ganesh. Ehi hi Heramba Mahesha Putra. This beautiful mantra. Ehi hi Heramba Mahesha Putra Samasta Vignogha Vinasha Daksha. Mangalya Puja Pratama Pradhanam Grahana Pujang Bhagavan Namaste. This form of Ganesha is called Mother's Beloved Son. Heramba Ganapati. Mother's Beloved Son. Ganapati. If at all there is a desire to enhance that relationship between a child and a mother, then this form of Ganapati is worshipped. This form of Ganapati. He has five-headed, and he's not riding on a mouse here. No, he's riding on a lion. Who is his mother? Jagadamba. And he's driving his mother's vehicle. When a son can drive a mother's vehicle, know that he and his mother tight. As we can see, they're very close. Heramba Ganapati, mother's beloved son. That is what it means. So because mother loved him so much, mother gives him her ride. Hey Ganpati, take the ride, you go. On this form, he's riding a lion. He has 10 arms because he's his, Ashtadasha Bhujarup Durga, 18 forms, 10 forms, 8 forms, 18 arms, 10 arms, 8 arms, 4 arms. That is Maa Durga's forms. Ashtadasha Bhujarup, like our Murti de Mandir, 18 arms. That's it. Then Dashbhuj, 10 arms. Then Ashta, 8 arms. Then 4. Well, Ganpati met somewhere. He says, I'm going to ride your lion. I take 10 arms. He's dark in this color. Dark. We have little Ganapati Murti like this at the temple since we were 13 years ago. We bought it at Melanie. A wood form of him. Dark form of Ganpati. His first hand show the movement of the lack of fear, Abhay. The others hold the rosary, the citron, the club, the elephant goad, the noose, the axe, the kadabu cake, the single tusk. His 10th hand shows the movement which bestows boon, Varda hast. Varda. When the hand is like this, that's a boon Hanumanji, Ganeshji. Or Hanuman at the temple, or Hanumanji at the temple as well. His hands is like this, na? Gala here, hand here. Varda Hanuman. He is the blessing Hanuman. When you come, you'll see, all of you, when you come to the temple, you'll see blessing Hanumanji. That's how he is. So this form of Ganapati is, of course, trying to imitate his mother a little bit. Kaun hai his mother, na? Unki mata kaun hai? Jagadambe, Jai Jagadambe Ma. गौरवशाली वैभवशाली तुझको करूं प्रणाम जगदम्बे जय जगदम्बे मां. Heramba Ganapati. The next form of Ganapati is called Shri Ganapati. Shri Ganapati means fortunate, similar to Goddess Lakshmi, right? Fortunate. Shri Ganapati. Let's hear the form that he takes. Shri Ganapati, when we talk about Shri, we're talking about his wife. Ganapati Bhagwan has 2 wives, but don't think of this wife as your kind of wife, where you're married physically to someone. No. Just like I always tell you, Krishna Bhagwan did not have physically 16,108 wives. That's not even possible. But these things mean something. It translates to something. I'll tell you what it means. Bhagwan Ganapati, his wife, Siddhi Buddhi. Siddhi Buddhi or Riddhi Siddhi as we call them. Siddhi Buddhi. Siddhi means achievement and Buddhi means wisdom. On this form, he sits with both wives on his lap, and he's white in color, fair. He has 8 arms. His hands hold an anar, a sword. The creeper of votive tree, the elephant goat, the parrot, the nose, the jewel pot. His 8 hand bestows Varada. So Shri Ganapati, this is next. Om Shri Ganapate Namah, Om Shri Ganapate Namah, Om Shri Ganapate Namah, Shri Ganapati. So the purpose of this form, of course, Shri, is the form of Mahalakshmi. It means the one who bestows happiness and wealth, the fortunate one, the fortunate Ganapati Shri. And this is the form of Ganapati. He does not only give knowledge and so, he gives everything. This form bestows Shri to, fortune to us, fortune in the form of, you never worship God intentionally for material things, because karmanyeva adhikarasya ma paleshu kadachina. Whatever it is, my friends, that you do in the name of God, don't expect the fruit. One may come, but don't expect it. Anyway, he blesses one with fortune in this form. Next form, Mahaganapati, the great Ganapati. Mahaganapati. So Mahaganapati, in this form, he is with a Shakti. He has 10 hands. He's red in color. You see, red is such an auspicious color for Ganesha. Right. Red is an auspicious color for Ganesha. Raktam lambodaram shurpakarnakam. Rakta, the word Rakta means red. And here's what the Vedic mantra says. Raktam lambodaram shurpakarnakam rakta vasasam rakta gandhanuliptangam rakta pushpe supujitam. This is the Sanskrit language. Raktam lambodaram, his shurpakarnakam rakta vasasam rakta gandhanu, the gandha, the sweet smelling thing is red. Rakta pushpe, the flowers are red. And his clothing is, most of the forms of Ganesha is red. Muladhara sutosi nityam. Right. Anyways, in the form of Mahaganapati, he has 10 hands. He's red in color. His hands hold a single tusk, the anar. Anar is a very consistent pomegranate. No, you call it over here. Yeah, pomegranate. Pomegranate. Yeah. Pomegranate. Okay. Pomegranate. Or anar, make it simple. It's a very special fruit for Ganpati, right? Not only laddu. The West has sold you laddu because it's easy to market, but anar is very popular for Ganpati as well. After all, Shankara Suvan, he is also the Maheshaputra, right? He's also the son of Bhagwan Shivji. So he red in color. Here, Mahaganapati, he holds a single tusk, the anar, he holds the club, sugarcane. Remember, all these are Shivji things. He likes sugarcane, the bow, the disc, the conch, the shankar, of course, the noose, the lotus, the paddy air, the jewel spot. All of that he holds as Mahaganapati. Mahaganapati means the great one. In this form, he holds the great things. He holds in his hands a mixture of things. He holds the anar, the sugar cane, and so on. Those are nourishment, things that are nourishing. What he holds in these hands as well, the shank. He holds a shank. When the shank is blown, you know why you blow the shell? You blow the shell because the evil omens, or if there is any loitering energies, do you get what I'm talking about? If there's any loitering energies anywhere, when they hear the shank, when they hear the shell, they run away. They don't like the sound of the shank. That is why it's so important. Let me teach you another thing today. You know when it's important to blow the shell or the shank? When you're doing puja. It's a couple times you blow the shank. When you're bathing the god. Snanam. When you're bathing the deity, you know what happens? When you're bathing, you are cleansing the aura You're cleansing the aura. And when you cleanse the aura, what happens? When the water washes off the aura, it takes on a different one. And if there is any form of negativity hanging around, a negative energy or unwanted energy hanging around, when your aura is washed off, they come and they embrace that aura. And that is why we literally as Hindus, when before we bathe, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kavi Jaya Sandhudin Kurum. We know that the water is coming out of a tap. A shower is coming out of the shower, or you're taking a shower, or whatever. But we read a mantra, or we think at least of Ma Ganga, that, may these water become Ganga to purify my body. And what you do when we bathe the god, we blow the shell, so that as we wash off the aura of the Murti, we do not want any negative aura to come and loiter. That's the first time you blow the shell. The second time you blow the shell is when you're doing Dhupa Deep. When you're doing Agarbati and Diya around the Murti, you blow the shell then. That is blown because of the grandness of the event. That one is done because of the grandness of the event. When you're doing Arti, it's a grand thing. That is a royal activity, Arti. So you ring the bell like this, and you blow the shell. And when you do that as well, you don't want any bhoot hanging around, because that is for the divine, not for anybody else. The third time when you blow the shank is when you're offering food to the divine, right? When you're offering food to the divine. The South Indian tradition, when we go to South India and they do puja, when they're offering bhog to the Lord, they cover. The priest, they have a cover, because nobody should see when the Lord is. When you're offering that bhog, that's a very private. Just like you go to a restaurant and the VIPs will come and they go to a private room because they don't want to be there. Well, it's not like that. But this is a very sacred. When the Lord is eating bhog, it's a very sacred thing. They cover and offer the bhog to the Lord. Right? So you ring the shell, you ring the bell, blow the shell. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, all the energies go away. And then the last time when you offer, when you blow the shell, is when you do Karpur Arti, Karpura Nirajanam. That is when, of course, a grand Arti as well. And of course, final Arti. Conch, the Shankha, is very important to be kept in the home. To its presence alone is important, to keep positive omens in the home. Mahaganapati, that's a great Ganapati. He nourishes. You can do Om Mahaganapati Namaha, Om Mahaganapati Namaha, Om Mahaganapati Namaha, Mahaganapati Namaha. He nourishes someone, he defends them, he captures you, he purifies you, he gives you riches with the jewel pots and all that. So he's Mahaganapati is the Ganapati that possess all the qualities of that are required for human existence or for life. Then there is Vijay Ganapati, the victorious Ganapati. Om Vijay Ganapate Namah, 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 Vijay Ganapati, the victorious Ganapati. So he's riding a rat here. Well, the mouse, Mushaka Vahan, he's riding the mouse, which trots at a smart pace. He has 4 arms. He is red in color here again, the red Ganesha. His hands hold a single tusk, the elephant goad, the noose, and the mango. It's a very common form of him, Vijay Ganapati. Right? Most of the forms, actually, he's like this. But the name is very different. If at all there is need for victory in life, we want a big victory, my friends, not over anybody. I use these times to tell you that whatever we're doing, we must not do it because we have to be better than somebody. You have to be better, but you have to be better than you. How is it that you measure? These days we have to give measurement and thing, right? Life we live in, Parnaji, how do you measure success? How do you measure this? How do you measure devotion? Well, you don't need a scale for this stuff. You don't need a scale for this. You can actually, right, measure yourself. The person you're trying to be better than is you. You're trying to be a better you. You are trying to be a better you. Yesterday I was this, today I'm going to be better. Right? Vijay Ganapati, you want to win victory? Win victory over yourself. Win victory over you, not anybody else. That is essential in life. To win victory over you. Win victory over your habits. Conquer your enemies inside of you. That is what Vijay Ganapati is. Right? We were blessed with a lot of education, all of you. Education, wisdom, smartness, street smart, whatever it is some form of knowledge that we have acquired. Use it. Because if we have acquired so much and still unable to use that knowledge, we are not victorious. We are not. The next form of Ganapati, Om Nritya Ganapataye Namaha. Nritya, Nritya, the dancer. Ganapati as the dancer. Ganapati as the dancer. Father is a big dance man. Nataraja, Nataraja, Naratan Sundar Nataraja. Nataraj Bhagwan, the world's biggest dancer, on the world's biggest stage. On the world he's dancing. Well, Ganapati is the dancer. You got to see him dance. Well, he's dancing under a tree called the Ashoka tree or the Boon tree. No? This form, he has 4 colors. Golden form, gold. He has 4 arms and golden color. His hand holds a single tusk, the elephant goad, the noose, the axe, Parashu Kamalahastam, the hatchet, the kuthar. The Dhyan Shloka specifies that one of the 4 hands can show, of course, Varda, blessings. So this is the form of dancing. Ganapati Bhagwan is a fabulous dancer, regardless of what you've seen or know about him. He is a Nritya Ganapati. But he doesn't dance to the tune of others. Ganapati doesn't dance to the tune of others. He dances to his own tunes. How many times have we talked about this? Don't run somebody else's race. Run your own race. Don't dance to anybody's tune. Play your own music. Nritya Ganapati allows us to dance in life. If we are dancing in the name of our Prabhu, then it's a good dance. It means something has awakened the Ganapati, the Krishna, the Mahadev in you. And it is not you that is dancing, it's the Mahadev in you that is dancing. When, others dance in a particular way, it is not them that is dancing. When people go to Kangan and thing back home and things like that, and you see them dance and a roll up on the floor and so, it's not them that's dancing. Normally they wouldn't do that, right? That's not them that's dancing. That is the substance in them that is dancing. And when the substance finish, next day they will walk straight on the road as though nothing happened. But when Bhagwan is inside of you, he will dance. And he will make sure that you enjoy that dance that you're carrying. The next form of Bhagwan Ganapati that we look at this evening. Om Maha Shri Ganeshaya Namaham. He's called Urdhva Ganapati. Urdhva Ganapati. Urdhva. Urdhva Ganapati. Or means the elevated Ganapati. The elevated one. And how is this? Seated with his Shakti on his left. He has 8 arms. He is golden in color. His hands hold a single tusk, the arrow flower, the daylight lotus, the blue lily, Kalahar, the sugarcane bow, the paddy ears, the club, his last hand clasped the goddess, sitting next to him, Shakti. The extremity of his trunk is rolled around the right breast of the goddess. No, he captures her. The elevated Ganapati, one elevation in life. And this elevation is not a physical state of elevation. This is more of a spiritual, is a life. Elevation in life is not about anything physical. Not anything physical. Remember, what you have physical is what was given to you to just live life and to carry on a little bit. But this elevated form of Ganapati is, and you can say, Om Urdhva Ganapate Namaha, Urdhva Ganapate Namaha, Urdhva Ganapate Namaha. The next form of Ganapati, I want to go them over with you. Ekakshar Ganapati. Om Ekakshar Ganapate Namaha. Om Ekakshar Ganapate Namaha. Om Ekakshar Ganapate Namaha. Ekashara. Ekakshar Ganapate Namaha. And what is this Ekakshar? Ekakshar means Ganapati identified with the single syllable Gam. 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 Now if you try reciting this word or this sound, it's not a word, it's a sound. Om Gam. And you close your mouth. Om Gam. You close your mouth. There is a vibration that happens in you. Gam. Primarily what happens, the throat feels the vibration here. Gam. Om Gam Ganapate Namah. He is the Lord in this form. Ekakshar Ganapati means one. Akshar means syllable. Panchakshar means 5 syllable. Remember? 5 syllable. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. 5 syllable mantra. Ekakshar means the one who's identified with 1 syllable. And that is, of course, Gam. If you don't know any prayer of Ganapati, if you don't know, Ganapati Stotrams, if you don't know Ganapati Ashtakam, if you don't know Vinayak Stuti, if you don't know Ganapati Atharva Shirsham, all you need to know is Gam. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam. This one sound of Bhagwan Ganapati, this one sound. Sanskrit language is arranged in such a way that the sound creates a vibration that is beneficial for the person, that is great for the environment that we live in. For these reasons, we don't say prayers in English when we do pujas and things like that. Right? Otherwise, you can just buy all your puja sarjam, your sindoor, and your coconut water, whatever it is, and you can say, oh, Prabhuji, I'm after your coconut water now. Hey, Prabhuji, I'm after your chanda now. Hey, take that. Prabhuji, I'm offering you bilpat, take that. Of course, you can do that as well. I hope you do that every day in your own way. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and put all your things there. But that's then once in a while we bring a Panditji in the home who's skilled, who knows what to do, who knows what to chant, and you get them to chant. And they chant the mantras, and the mantra was supposed to create some sort of vibration or some sort of connection. When mantras and prayers are chanted, not every Panditji is skilled to chant Vedic mantras. There are Panditjis who are skilled in chanting shlokas and things like that, and they make some kind of connection. I'm not here to criticize Pandit, or I'm not here to promote any Pandit. I'm just saying that different people have different styles, right? But when that connection is made, it's made because the sound is used properly. And that's why once in a while we call Panditji home, and Panditji does his pujas and chants some very powerful mantras, suktams and so on, and then you make a connection. This sound is very important. Gam Ganapataye Namah. The next one I want to talk about today, the last one, is Om Varaganapataye Namah. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. Vara means the boon giver or the giver of boons. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. The giver of boons. With the Shakti seated on his left thigh, Shakti means a divine feminine energy. He has 4 arms. He is red in color. His first 3 hands hold the elephant goad. The skull filled with fluids, and the nose. And the fourth hand creeps between the thighs of the goddess who holds a lotus and a banner. So he has a banner, a flag here. Om Vara Ganapataye Namah. Of course, always there to give you boons. We do not, beg for boons. Have you ever gone to the gym and begged the weights? Hey, weight, make me stronger. Have you ever gone to the treadmill? If at all, if you go to the treadmill and say, "Oh, treadmill, make me lose weight now. Make me lose weight now. Oh, weights, make me my muscle big now." You're running on the road. "Oh, road, make me lose burn all this calorie now." Don't beg for that stuff. You earn it. You go, you lift your weights, eat your protein. This is from the carbs. Muscles will come. You run on the treadmill. You lose weight while you're running. Whatever it is, it's good for you, right? Ganapati is the boon giver. You can't go beg, "Oh, Ganapati, give me boon, give me boon, give me boon." No. In this form, you put in your tapasya, you put in your sadhana. Prayer is not a one-time thing. It's not a spare wheel. It is about sadhana. I keep mentioning this word, and I want it to stick in your brain. Sadhana. Sadhana means something that is consistent. Listen, sadhana means something that is consistent. It means something that is done in a spiritual path, right? Sadhana, consistent, which means daily. Daily. Even if it's for a period, 21 days, 100 days, 108 days, consistently. It is done daily. It is done on a spiritual basis, which means it's beyond the body. It's not for the body, it's for the self, right? Beyond the self. And it is done, of course, with selflessness, which means it's not going to be like, "I'm doing this for this." It means it's going to happen eventually. If you do good thing will come. If you pray, God will bless you. You don't need to ask for that stuff. Sadhana, again, it's done continuously, consistently. It is done spiritually, and it is done selflessly. When you do that sadhana, and fourthly, it must be done with a lot of discipline. A sadhana is a practice. Like if I say, "I'm going to put you in a Ganapati sadhana," which means for the next certain number of days, you're going to go in front of your Ganapati, you're going to cut a bunch of grass, and I'll tell you for half an hour, don't count, "Om Gam Ganapataye Namah, Om Gam Ganapataye Namah, Om Gam Ganapataye Namah." You offer grass, that's going to be a sadhana. And then during the day, just like we went through Shravan month, we went to a sadhana, we went to a spiritual journey. That is called a sadhana. When sadhanas are done, boons will come. And the last form of Ganapati for today that I want to explain to you is Vara Ganapati. Ganapati Bhagavan, yes, is capable of providing var, or boons. So friends, I will finish off today. And I want to thank all of you for listening to this special presentation of Bhagwan Ganapati. In the next session, we will finish off his names. And of course, you will get to have end-to-end view of Bhagwan Ganesha's purpose in life. I hope all of you have a pleasant one ahead. And may Sri Ganesh Bhagwan's blessings be with all of you. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarva. Bole Ganpati Bhagwan ki jai. Stay blessed, everyone.